she saw Nnamdi in white shirt standing beside her hut, she was confused and scared at the same time, so she hid behind the walls of her hut to check on what would happen next. What happened next sent slivers down her spine as Nnamdi disappeared in thin air. Terrified to the death, Nneka ran with all her might from her hut to her friend Chioma's hut. In the village of Abia, there lived a young woman called Nneka. She grew up in a poor family, with parents who struggled to make ends meet. Her father works in a farm while her mother works as a petty trader who sells fishes at the market. Things had really been hard for Nneka and her parents, but despite their poverty, Nneka's parents, Okoro and Ngozi, instilled in her a strong sense of self-worth and a desire to make a better life for herself. One day, while out fetching water from the well, Nneka met a handsome young man named Nnamdi. Nnamdi had just moved to the village and was immediately drawn to Nneka's beauty and grace. They started talking and discovered they had a lot in common. Nneka suddenly felt her heart beat as she knew Nnamdi was the one for her and was swept off her feet by Emeka's charming smile and kind heart. They started seeing each other more often. Every day Nneka would go to the farm very early and return home just to go and enjoy Nnamdi's company at the riverside. Whenever they are together, Nnamdi would always play beautiful and melodious songs from his flute to Nneka, which make Nneka more attracted by Nnamdi's charms. Nneka enjoys the songs from Nnamdi and was pleased that he knows how to play so well. Most times she would dance to the rhythms of most of his songs. Nneka's parents also like Nnamdi, as Nnamdi brought them gifts every weekend and became their source of aid and assistance, so therefore they see him as part of the family. After a whirlwind romance, Nnamdi proposed to Nneka, and they decided to get married in a marriage ceremony. The day of the wedding arrived, and Nneka was filled with excitement and joy as she walked down the aisle towards her beloved Nnamdi. As they exchanged vows, a sudden chill ran down Nneka's spine, and she felt a strange presence surrounding her. Ignoring her instincts, she continued with the ceremony, not realizing the true nature of the man she was marrying. All started well between Nnamdi and Nneka for some weeks until Nneka started to notice strange occurrences in their home. Objects would move on their own, and she would often feel a cold presence in the room when she was alone. She asked Nnamdi about what she observed, but Nnamdi denied every claim she makes. Nneka felt that her husband was hiding something from her and became more worried. Nnamdi assured her that she must be hallucinating and suggested she should go for daily checkups. She agreed and followed Nnamdi's advice until one night she saw Nnamdi in white shirt standing beside her hut. She was confused and scared at the same time, so she hid behind the walls of her hut to check on what would happen next. What happened next sent slivers down her spine as Nnamdi disappeared in thin air. Terrified to the death, Nneka ran with all her might from her hut to her friend Chioma's hut. Nneka knocked at Chioma's door like a mad woman until Chioma opened it and, being surprised, asked what Nneka is doing at her house at this hour. Nneka narrated what has transpired in her compound to Chioma, who was horrified to learn that Nneka had unknowingly married a ghost. "Nneka, what are you talking about?" Chioma asked, her voice trembling with fear. "Nnamdi is a ghost? How is that possible?" "I don't know, Chioma," Nneka replied, tears streaming down her face. "I thought he was real, but now I'm not so sure." Chioma then remembered what happened years ago and felt a sense of guilt around her for not telling Nneka before she got married to Nnamdi. She sat Nneka down and explained that many years ago, there was a dispute between a trader and his customer over theft. Nnamdi, on seeing the dispute, came over to settle the matter without knowing the thief, who was also the customer, put what's stolen in his pocket, and when the trader noticed this, she heard Nnamdi's trousers and started shouting "THEIF! Thief! THEIF!" Passerby came and burned him to death, and that was how Nnamdi had died years ago in a tragic event and had been lingering in the earthly realm ever since. Nneka, after hearing the story, became angry at Chioma for not telling that to her since before she got married to Nnamdi. Chioma, on sensing Nneka's anger, said, "Nneka, I had always wanted to tell you the truth, but you loved Nnamdi so much that even if he is a terrorist, you will never leave him. You two are meant for each other due to how I saw you spending too much time with him that you almost forgot about me. I am not jealous, I am just saying that you cannot leave him alone no matter how good or bad he is. Nneka, seeing sense on all what Chioma has said, realized that she cannot bring herself to leave Emeka. She loved him too much to let him go, even if it meant living in a world where they could never truly be together. She felt goodbye to Chioma and went to her hut. On getting there, she saw Nnamdi, who was very happy to see her. Nneka, instead of being angry, asked, "Nnamdi, is it true?" Nneka asked, her voice shaking with emotion. "Are you a ghost?" Nnamdi nodded, his eyes filled with tears. "I'm so sorry, Nneka. I didn't mean to deceive you. I loved you from the moment I met you, and I couldn't bear the thought of leaving you behind." Nneka's heart broke for Nnamdi, and she knew she couldn't abandon him, even if it meant living a life that was not entirely her own. "I love you, Nnamdi," Nneka said, her voice firm. "I'll stay with you, no matter what." And so, Nneka and Nnamdi's love continued to grow, transcending the boundaries of the living and the dead. Their bond was so strong that even death couldn't tear them apart. As time passed, Nneka's parents grew to accept Emeka, and they welcomed him into their family with open arms. "Nnamdi, our son, we may not understand your situation, but we know you love our daughter, and that's all that matters," Okoro said, his voice filled with warmth. "Thank you, sir," Nnamdi replied, his eyes shining with gratitude. "I promise to always take care of Nneka and make her happy." And so, Nneka lived out her days with her ghostly husband, content in the knowledge that their love was eternal and unbreakable. Their story became a legend in the village, a testament to the power of love that defied all odds.